Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is Mehdi. In today's video, I want to bring to your attention 12 cheap and affordable long-lasting fragrances, mostly cheap fragrances, which I sorted them from 7 hours of longevity up to 24 hours. I am not kidding. Freaking 24 hours of longevity. Let's start by House of Rasasi. Without any further ado, at number 12, Rasasi Agra with 7 hours of longevity. So scent of this fragrance is green, slightly bitter, fresh, masculine, and very sexy modern. It is exact clone of Green Irish Sweet from House of Creed with a better performance. That one lasts on me like 6 hours. This one is 7 hours plus with like hour and a half average projection and sillage. A very great value for your money. Another 7 hours plus lasting fragrance at number 11 from House of Missoni EDP. Smells very strong, masculine, modern, and way more expensive than the price. Reminds me of Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, EDP, EDT a little bit, but the smoke is not here. It's not a smoky incense like Bleu de Chanel line. So this is not exact clone of that fragrance, but I can say highly inspired. Let's continue with 8 hours plus of longevity from House of Armaf, Club de Nuit Milestone. It is somehow fruity, slightly at the fruity side, mostly in the herbal, rooty, and powdery side, with some sort of saltiness at the background of the fragrance. It is exact clone of Millésime Imperial from House of Creed and gets crazy in terms of that sillage, that scent bubble under the sun heat. Let's continue with 10 hours plus of longevity at number 9, Club de Nuit Sillage, again from House of Armaf. It is slightly citrusy, fruity, fresh. We have some sort of green leafiness at the background of the fragrance. Atmosphere is a bit musky with some sort of spicy woodiness, which gives to fragrance a weight at the dry down. This clone of Silver Mountain Water, not exact clone because of that woody spicy base, which is not available that much in the real stuff. And lasts on me, as I said, 10 hours plus with a crazy sillage, like very above average type of sillage in this fragrance, the scent trail behind. Another 10 hours plus lasting cheap affordable fragrance at number 8 is again from House of Missoni's Wave. It is aquatic, oceanic, sweet, loud, with a very well blended citrusy fruitiness at the background of the fragrance, and some sort of fresh mintiness is also catchable somehow, very tiny at the back also. It is very close to Chanel Allure Sport, the regular version. Lasts very long, as I said, 10 hours with good 2 to 3 hours projection and sillage. At number 7, I want to continue with a little bit more than 10 hours plus lasting fragrances. Let's say between 10 and 11. It is not 12 hours. Still from House of Dunhill Century. It is fresh, very unique, outstanding, smells very clean, not clean out of shower, like clean laundry, clean sheets, clothes, with tiny of earthiness at the background. Somehow reminds me of Santal 33 by Le Labo. Not exactly like that, but I can get like 70% of similarities here. At number 6, 11 to 12 hours plus lasting cheap summer fragrances. Wow, from House of Rasasi, Fattan. Scent profile of this fragrance is citrusy, mostly in the zesty side. It is like concentrated zesty, orange zesty, and I can get earthy dustiness at the background of the fragrance with a green backbone. Reminds me of Terre de MS, like most like EDT version or Parfum version of Terre de MS, but this one leans a little bit greener compared to those fragrances. Another 11 to 12 hours plus lasting cheap fragrances from House of Issey Miyake at number 5, Issey Miyake Bleu de Issey. Why blue? I have no idea, because scent of this fragrance is very concentrated, pungent, and green. Nothing blue to my nose, nothing shower jelly or citrusy. It is green with sort of floral vibes at the background of the fragrance with a very masculine, manly accent. At number 4, solid 12 hours plus lasting strong fragrance from House of Rasasi. Rasasi Havas, my lovely fragrance. So scent of this fragrance is complex, fruity, aquatic, and sweet. Let's say to this fragrance, oriental type of aquatic fragrance. At number 3, another 12 hours plus lasting solid fragrance from House of Afnan, none other than Supremacy Not Only Intense. It is citrusy, woody, and herbal. Because of that oak mossy dry down, I say to this fragrance. Herbal, it is not a green fragrance. Reminds me of Aventus and mostly Hajiwat from House of Nishana. It is closer to Hajiwat to my nose. Lasts easily 12 hours plus with 2 to 3 hours. Crazy projection on sillage. One of those must have cheap affordable fragrances in any man's collection. Are you ready for a skyrocketing at number 2? 24 hours plus longevity, guys, without exaggeration, from Jacques Bogart. Silver Scents Pure. Scent profile of this fragrance is fresh, minty, citrusy, and sweet in a synthetic way, let's say, to this fragrance. Not one of those natural, expensive smelling cheapy fragrances, to be honest, but lasts, like, without exaggeration, 24 hours plus on the skin. At number 1, at the top of the list, 24 hours plus longevity on the skin, on the clothing, I can't imagine. From House of Rasasi, Nefa Sol Shagaf. It is easier for me to say Shagaf Purom only. Every single factor in this fragrance is on a steroid. On a steroid, floral, fruity, sweet, and aquatic, with sort of salty, woody dirtiness at the background of the fragrance. 24 hours longevity, 3-4 hours, very loud projection and sillage. Take care, guys.